Good morning on Monday. It's a whole new week. It's a whole new waffle. It's the same old me. I might see if I can work that up into a jingle. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, good morning on Monday. It is 8:44. This bloody octopus that I got last week is in the way now. We usually have to sit over there in the passenger seat. It's 8:44 and I am on my way to work, as you can tell by my navy blue attire. I just had the most weird thought and I thought I'd share it with you because, hey, what am I for? And you can tell me if your brains ever work this way. Oh, hello, nearly had a cyclist. They park very badly on that bend and you have to be almost all the way out before you can see what's coming. And if it's a cyclist, it's a little bit worrying. Weird thought, right? I have just packed my lunch. I've got some salad, you know, some ready-made salad bag thing, and some cold roast chicken because we bought a Costco chicken the other day, and some coleslaw. And the coleslaw is out of date. The date on the coleslaw was Friday, the 25th, and today's Monday, the whatever comes after that, 28th, Monday the 28th, right? And it is a use by, not a best before. So I'm very, very blasé about best befores. I'm very laissez-faire about that. That's fine. Best before just means that it won't be at its best if you eat it afterwards. It's not dangerous, but it won't be at its best. Use by means you should use this by this date. After this date it is expired, and if you eat it and die, it's your own damn fault. And the coleslaw is a use by, not a best before. But I stirred it up and it looked fine. You know, it looks okay. And so I decided to take my chances. That's not what this is about, because I know some of you will have very strong views on either side of that discussion. What this is about is what my brain did after that. My brain said, it's only mayonnaise. It's only mayonnaise and cabbage and carrot and onion and probably some seasonings because it tastes nice. So really it's only mayonnaise. Really the only perishable in there is the mayonnaise, really. And then my brain said, and surely the onion will preserve it. In what universe has onion ever been known as a preservative? You can preserve onions by pickling them in vinegar, but the onion itself is not a preservative, is it? Onion doesn't preserve things. Nobody goes, I'll keep it with the onions, that'll make it last longer. Why on earth did my brain do that? Why did my brain go, the onion will preserve it? And then, even after I'd argued with my brain went, yeah, it'll be fine because the onion will look after it. Why am I suddenly thinking of, you know, super onion? Coming to save the day. What's going on there? I don't know. I don't quite know what I want you guys to say about it, really, apart from the fact that I think I might be mad. Maybe. So I just picked the octopus up again, and he really strongly reminds me of my colleague Hannah, so I'm going to give him to her. I think he belongs with her.
Much later.
Tommy's got new specs. This is pair number 1, apparently.
This is pair number 1.
Okay. Oh, hang on, I've missed you. There you go. Lovely. So are they both the same prescription, or is one for reading and one for water skiing, or?
One's for water skiing, yeah, because I do a lot of water skiing. PDU use is what you're
Yeah, that's what I meant.
yeah, and that's pair number 2. They look very same style, just different frames.
Yeah, nice. You pleased?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I got the copy of the prescription from the optician, so I can order some prescription sunglasses as well.
Marvellous. Winning at life.
Absolutely.
I hung this out yesterday morning and completely forgot about it. Let's see if it's dry. It's already getting dark, so it might not be dry. Might have gone back to damp again. No, it's fine, that can come in. I suppose it could go in the tumble dryer. No, it's good enough. It's fine. It is 8:30 and I am absolutely knackered. I'm not sure why. I feel like I haven't slept for about a fortnight. I did have a busy day yesterday, and then I was up, and Natalie's got sneezes. I was up and about early this morning. We're in the middle of recording a different video with an appliance, so I'm going to say that that's it for today's waffle, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some actual waffling. Good morning on Tuesday. I am out with Debbie and Tammy, and we're going grommet hunting, but we've discovered there's a new charity shop in Littlestokes. We're popping in to have a look. It's a nice little shop. I think I found the pricing a little bit exotic on those M&S trousers. 10 quid for a second-hand pair of M&S jeans is a little strong. But it's a nice little shop. They're advertising for an assistant manager. And I was just discussing with Tammy whether I would enjoy working in a charity shop. I don't know. I don't think I would. I don't think I would do very well, because I think I would be at odds about the pricing all the time. Because I very much a believer, as I said in last week's waffle, that you price it cheap, sell it through, move it on. And that doesn't seem to be the overall view of charity shops these days. I'm desperately in need of a haircut. I've woken up with a banging head. If you're thinking I look a bit blur this morning, it's because I feel a bit blur. I've woken up with an absolute banging head. It is beginning to pass. But yeah, we're going out grommet hunting, so that goes in a separate video, so you don't get to see that part, but you will get to see snippets of my day with Debbie and... who the hell am I out with? Debbie and Tammy. And yeah, God, I need a haircut. Haircut is booked for the 14th of August. I'm recording this on the 29th of July, so another 2 weeks. You know, another 2 weeks of me going, God, I need a haircut, and then it'll be shorn off again. We've made it to Winterbourne, and there's a St Peter's Hospice here, so today looks like going to be somewhat of a charity shop day. Is it a place called the Kendallshire? And I'm not sure what it is. I'd never heard of it. I've never been here before. We've decided that while we're here, we're going to have lunch because their menu looked a bit tasty. It's a very nice place. It's apparently the Kendallshire Bistro Bar, coffees and Sunday lunch, and it's definitely a golf course. It's so golf.
It's the golf cart.
Oh yeah, there is a golf cart out there as well. Yeah. I've got a Wensleydale, more cheese on it. Wensleydale and caramelised onion toasty with chips. I don't know what that is, but it looks scary because I'm pretty sure those are chilies. Your ham and chips looks banging, I have to say.
That looks
and
great.
your quiche looks really good. Yeah.
Quiche and tasty.
Yeah.
Quiche and tidy, is it?
Nice lunch. That was a lovely lunch. Thoroughly enjoyed that. The others are in the loo. I had my way, obviously. We've just stopped at another stop. We're grommet hunting today. I think I already said that, and if I did already say that, I'll take this bit out. We're at Puckle Church, and look at that. We've been driving along country lanes, and I've just been saying how much I really want to live somewhere a little bit less in the city. Just a little bit less. There is something sitting in this cornfield. I'm going to zoom in. I believe it is a pigeon. Yeah, look, pigeon just chilling out, sat there in the middle of the cornfield, minding his business. Is it a cornfield? Is it a hayfield? I don't know the difference. I want to live rural, but I won't know anything about it when I get there. I wonder where Tammy had gone, and this is where Tammy has gone. Natalie's going to be fuming. Natalie is going to be livid. I don't know if they're llamas or alpacas. I don't know how you tell the difference. Look at that. I don't know if they're llamas or alpacas. Hi. Hi, how are you? Like, we're fine, go away. We were doing fine until the humans arrived, and we'll be fine after the humans leave. Hello? Hello? They're just so very disinterested, aren't they?
Probably used to it, in fairness.
Mummy, how far up the trees can alpacas reach? About that far, mate. Look where the fruit starts. Next stop on our day out is Warmley Waiting Room Tea Garden. It's a disused train platform, so that's where the track would have been. It's a disused station platform. They've got the little waiting room has been made into a cafe. It's got a whole tea garden. What I've noticed, there's a lot of people. There's an entertainment going on. There's a lot of people there. There's a musician and all sorts going. But what I specifically noticed, and I can't get in there to look properly, is that behind there's a TARDIS. So I feel like we have to come back here one day and check out the TARDIS. We've made it through to fish ponds, and I always like to stop in this charity shop if I get the chance, because this one has traditionally always had reasonable prices. Whether it still has or not, who knows? Yes, much more reasonable. Quite like that. It's nice. Won't fit me. Right, the next stop on our day out has brought us to IKEA. Now, the last time Tammy came to IKEA unsupervised, she accidentally bought a bed. So she's very much supervised on this visit. No beds will be purchased. Just used for the first time in my life the self-serve ice cream thing in IKEA, which was great fun. We bought food bags. Look how restrained we've been. No bed was purchased. We've just bought food bags and multiple ice creams. I have to say, if you or someone you know works on the outgoing food counter at IKEA, the one that you get after the tills where it's hot dogs and things, then they are a hero and you should buy them a drink. Because it was absolutely melting just standing near it, let alone standing over it. Ice creams. Look how hot Tammy looks.
It's not good. And for this one, it's not an age
It's a
thing.
huge spoon. The spoon is the size of the ice cream. Size of spoon compared to size of ice cream. I mean, all right, you know, but even so. It's our last one of today's mini trail. It's at Wai Hong. I don't know if it's Wai Hong or Wai Hong. Chinese supermarket in Eastgate. I have never been, dirty lens. I've never been in that Chinese supermarket before, and I have to say it's full of exciting things, hence the receipt. I think that's going to be a peach tea. It's certainly going to be a peach drink of some kind. Look, there's a peach on there. And so to go in that, I also bought some little strawberry popping bubbles, so I can have bubble tea. We also bought some bubble tea size straws because we didn't have any of those. Tammy bought a massive tub of popping bubbles a while ago, but no, we didn't have any straws suitable for drinking out, so I bought a pack of those. And I got, let's put you on the stand. Let's get the windows open, it's so damn hot. It's a very muggy day. I got for Natalie some chocky banana flavour. So these are what are those sticks called that we see everywhere?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called.
Mikado,
yes. Mikado little biscuit sticks with chocolate ends. So they're kind of like a oriental version of those, Asian version of those. Poco Choco Banana, they're from that. And I fancied the blueberry ones. They look like fun, so I've got those. The thing that I actually went wandering around the shop to get was some MSG. Little bag of white powder, quite a big bag of white powder. I mean, if this was street powder, I'm sure that would be a lot of money. It's about 95p that.
Street powder.
Street powder. I have to be careful what I say, I'll get cancelled. And they're munching away on sweeties. So we bought, we fell into that thing where you buy something at the till. I'm gonna have one of my own flavour and try my own flavour. They're called Haichu. I've got green apple.
You got mango.
David's got mango. Tammy's got grape, was it? And they're munching away on those. So let's give these a go. How did you get in? Was there a rip strip?
It's a rip strip.
Oh yeah, there's a rip strip. Are they're chewy sweets rolled in chewing gum, yes?
Yeah.
Chewy sweets.
Because I don't want chewing gum because it'll get stuck in my teeth.
Used to remind me of Chewits, but not a different flavour.
Green apple flavour. I'm expecting it to be sour. Why did I buy green apple? You know what I'm like with sour.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's very nice.
Mm.
Would anybody like to try one of mine?
Yeah, I'll try one of yours. Yeah, great one.
Try one, Deb?
Do you want a mango one?
Oh, great one.
We're doing mix and match
Yeah,
now.
I do like the great one.
The packets don't tear, do they? That's really tough packaging.
Good quality packaging.
Thank you. Fighting my way. Oh yeah,
Thank you.
I don't know which one I've got in which hand. To the sound of chewing.
Oh, apple one.
Very.
Nice.
In a weird way, very long lasting. I would say they would last longer than a chew-it. Kind of like, I feel like they've got more of the gum part of the ingredient, the xanthan gum or whatever it is they use. More of the stretch part and less of the sugar, because a chew-it dissolves in your mouth quicker than that, I think.
Yeah.
Whereas these are chewing on. What's that one? Is that mango? I have mango. They're really nice. Really good flavour, really strong flavour. They weren't particularly cheap. £1.50 a packet, but quite a few in there.
I'd say it was like 10 in there.
We've had 3 out of there. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 10 in a packet. £1.50. The lasting value is strong on it.
Make you eat less because it makes you chew it longer, doesn't it?
Swallowed it so that I can try the last one. So this is Debbie's, this is Tammy's one. This is grape.
Yeah, I just like that.
I didn't realise they are white around the outside but coloured in the middle.
Oh, they're strange.
Well, a grape.
Not a dislike, but strange.
I think if I had to rank the 3, I like the apple best, then the mango, then the grape.
So I like the apple and the grape, then the mango. I wasn't overly keen on the mango.
I would have the mango apple and grape. I've had them before. Always got a Pokemon roller.
The last thing I bought was a bag of fortune cookies, which I know is a weird thing to buy, but they had them in the tilt, by the tilt, and they were donating 10p to the Wallace and Gromit appeal for every bag you bought, and they were only £1. So I thought we'd see if we could read our fortunes. Bearing in mind, I had a fortune cookie at work once where there was nothing in it. I was already having a bite. It was the day that Kai was put to sleep. I was already having a rotten day, and then I opened my fortune cookie and there was nothing inside it, and I was like, well, that just sums up today, doesn't it? Let's there's loads in there for £1 as well. I think there must be 10 or more in that bag for £1. Right, so now you know when the Chinese restaurant gives you a fortune cookie, it's not costing them very much. Have I got a fortune or not is the question. Yes, I have, and a lot of crumbs. That exploded. Oh God, my fortune's on the floor. Go on then, Deb.
Everyone agrees you're the best.
At what? Is that it? Is that all it says? Everyone agrees you're the best.
Yeah.
Everyone agrees you are the best. There we go. Hang on.
I don't believe it.
If yours also says you are the best, we know there's a collusion in place.
Mine says, first understand, then be understood.
Oh, that's deep, isn't it? Oh, that's deep. Are we ready for mine? Mine says, Erstang, ye nog. Oh, sorry, hang on. That's the Danish version. Turn it over. You will have many happy days soon. I'm well up for that. I'm going to have many happy days. Quite pleased to hear that I've got many days at all. Hello, many happy ones.
Yeah, happy day today.
We're having a good day. I'm knackered. It's a lot.
Tiring.
It's a lot. It just shows that children have more energy than you think possible, because the children will bounce around and have a great time. All the adults like, yeah, everywhere we've gone, there've been very, very cheerful children and very drained looking adults, and it's only about 3 days into the summer holidays. But yeah, we've had a lovely day. I feel like we've cheated and done the easy bits, because this grommet hunting thing that we're doing, which by the way, separate video, is broken into about 5 or 6 trails, and I feel like the 2 trails we've done so far, we've picked off the easiest ones.
Yeah, 3.
Oh, we've done 3, yeah. Yeah,
I'm well behind then.
we've picked off the easiest ones so far. Anthony is just reading Molly a short passage from a book that we've got. and we thought we'd see what Molly thinks of
Listening?
it.
Giving up toys on request. Yeah. As part of an early education, a puppy or 6-year-old dog, that's you guys, needs to understand that although you're allowed to play with the toys, we provide them and they remain ours. You're going to sleep. You listening? You earn the toys, but you must give them up when we say. That's it. But you must.
I don't hold out much hope that she took the lessons on board somehow. I'd like to point out that she will hand the toys over to humans 99.9 recurring % of the time. I'm going to have a go at making my bubble tea. So I've got this stuff. I've got a glass with ice in. I've got my bubble pearls. I'll put my ice in first. I'll put some of these in. Do I put the whole pot in, do you think? Oh, well, why not? You only live once. Oh, God, that doesn't peel. Hang on while I get a stabby. Put my bubbles in. None of them came out of the pot. There we go. And then this stuff to pour on top. So I've got strawberry bubbles and a peach drink. And bear in mind that I cannot read the language on there. I do hope it is just a peach fruity drink thing, I hope. Yep, smells like a peach fruity drink. Oh, it came out a cloudy colour. Can you guys see the colour it's coming out? I have no idea what this is and whether you're supposed to drink it neat or not. Oh, it says, concentrate, Calpis since 1919 Japan, a refreshing blend of sweet and tangy made with cultured milk. Ingredients: water, sugar, milk, peach juice flavouring, acidulant stabiliser, soybean polysaccharide, carotene pigment, contains milk, peach and soybean. It doesn't say that, even though it said concentrate, it didn't say I had to water it down. I guess we'll find out. 1 fat straw. Give it a good stir. It's a large drink, so I hope it's nice. Because I've got a lot of it if I don't like it. Let's move you. Okay. It smells nice. It is definitely a concentrate. It needs a lot more watering down than I have given it. I'll be back. What do you think?
Nice.
It's quite strong still, isn't it? I think it still needs more water. I sloshed that bottle in merrily up to the top, thinking it was a drink that you drank as it was, and it was very, very strong.
It's very nice. I'll definitely get some more.
Yeah, I think we'll go there again. I basically shared what was in my glass out between 2 glasses, added some more ice and some more water. Tammy had her own thing of boba pearls up here, so she's added some more of those, and it's still a bit on the strong side. Good though. Really nice. Very refreshing.
Yes, very, very nice.
Got caught in the vein a bit today and it does show, but I'm going to wash my hair tomorrow. This is a massive bag of clothing that needs listing. And I think I'm going to sit in my bed, put something on the YouTube and sit there and list it. I don't want to sit at my desk because my desk is lost under a mountain of stuff again. So I think sitting here is the answer. Good morning. On Wednesday, I've got these two little reprobates with me today. We're going to the vets. So Darcy is going for a milk check, which is to make sure that she's not having a phantom pregnancy or anything like that before she gets spayed on Friday. And Teddy's got to have his jabs, his annual boosters. Neither of them knows where they're going, which is why they're so excited. You've gone through there. That's not going to work, is it? Yeah, you're going to have to come back round. Yeah, so they're very excited because they don't know where they're going. Whether they'll be quite so excited when they get in there is another matter entirely. There's nothing in there. Job done. Darcy's milk check is fine, her health check is fine, she can go ahead with her spay on Friday. Teddy had his jabs and was a good boy, he's now on the floor. Hoping I've left something he can have on the floor. Teddy, you need to get back up on the seat so I can clip you in. Not listening to me. So yeah, all good. In and out. Bearing in mind, one appointment was 9:10 and one was 9:30. It's now 9:20 and we're back out because they saw them both together, which was perfect. In and out in 10 minutes. I need to pop to the unit and pick up the stuff that I've sold, and then back to the house. Bit of a bargain barge on the Fabulosa sprays. That's cleaner. Sweet as a peach bathroom. Let's try some of that, and we'll have some of this. Grr. How nice are these? These are lovely. I do not need new plates, but I really like those. They're so nice. There's no price there for them, so obviously either very expensive or free. The bowl was $1.49, I think. I don't know if that's that price. Well, that doesn't look like the right one. They're up here as well, but there's no price from there either, so that's useful. And they don't seem to have any dinner size ones. Nice then. Okay, it is 10 a.m. and I am already weary. 10 a.m. I'm already tired. Oh dear. Right, I've dropped off my got mice. Good God. Rearrange these words into a recognisable sentence. I'm in the unit. I have dropped off the stuff that I've listed. I've picked up the stuff that I've sold. I now need to go home and I've got parcels to do and I want to do some listings. I've got to do the evening dog walk, but we're also going to bingo tonight and I've realised I've made a muck up of that. So I've got to go home. I've got to take the dogs out before I go to bingo. Hopefully it isn't going to be too hot today because I'll need to take the dogs out at about 5 o'clock, which is a bit earlier than we like to in hiccups. A bit earlier than we like to do it in the heat. So hopefully it won't be too hot today. I'm hot and sticky now, but that's probably because I've been bombing around. I know this clip's going to be the wrong way up, but I'm stopped at traffic lights and I've just turned the camera on to show you. I'll have to zoom it in the editing process. The bumper sticker on the back of this car, I absolutely love it, but I'll zoom in on the edit for you. Would you like to see the results of my quick pop into Home Bargains? It was a very small pop because the dogs were in the car. So perhaps that's the trick to not spending much in Home Bargains, is make sure the dogs are in the car and you can't leave them for long. I got a packet of dog treats. I got some milk chocolate caramels for the sweet bowl at work. I got 2 large packets of these for Mum. These are the ones that she swears by for keeping her chest clear. I dislike them intensely. I don't like the flavour, but also don't like the smell. When Mum sucks them in the car, I'm like, oh. But they do seem to help her. So I got her 2 large bags of those, and I got her 2 of the tube-sized ones for your handbag. Something's leaking. Oh no, it's not. It's not leaking. It's just wet on the outside. I got the floor cleaner pet version, concentrated pet floor cleaner. No comment. I got one of the bargain Fabulosas, the Dazzling Bathroom Sweet as Peach, and I got some toffee caramel flavour syrup because I want to try making a frappe at home. It says sugar-free, so I don't know if it will work or not in the machine I've got, but I'll try. I got some moo milk and Because the frappes that I buy in Costa or wherever have squirt cream on top, I got this, but it's not actually cream, it's squirty topping because they didn't have cream in Home Bargains. So it's probably flipping awful. Decorative topping based on skimmed milk and vegetable fat, UHT sterilised. Probably awful. That's what I bought. Let's see if my frappe worked. It's definitely an icy drink. It's a thick, icy drink. It's good. It's very good. Better. It's better. As you can see, I've done no eBay work today. I've decided to sack it off for today. It can happen another day. I desperately need a shower because I'm minging now and I'm hot and bothered. So I'm going to have a shower. And I'll see you guys in a bit after that, I guess. Showered. Soggy still. Made myself some lunch. It's a Fine Foods microwave risotto thing. Put the telly on. Gonna watch a bit of telly, eat my lunch. I've still got this bag of work here that I may or may not work through today. But my legs are screaming now, so that is definitely enough walking about for a few hours. I've got to do the evening dog walk in a couple of hours and then we're off to bingo. Made it to bingo. Wish us luck. Well, spectacularly failed to win at bingo again. So I'm slightly out of breath because I'm just walked uphill. They've closed the car park. This is the car park here, the multi-storey. And it's not open anymore due to apparently some kind of structural defect. So we've had to park some distance away and I've had to climb up a hill. But yes, we've all spectacularly failed to win at bingo yet again, which is becoming a habit, unfortunately. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning on Thursday. I have just recorded a video, which is why I'm sitting here with you on the tripod. I've got all this stuff that needs to be put away now. And, oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to sort the airing cupboard out. So, do you remember those nice airing cupboard sheet holder things that I had? And I had some really good ones from Amazon. I had some not so great ones from Temu. And I said I wanted some more Amazon ones. Well, when Tamsin asked me what I'd want for my birthday, I said, can I have sheet holders, please? Which I know is a bit sad, but it's what I wanted. And it's what she got me. So, sorry, just put me straight away. So, I'm going to take my sheets out of the grey ones that I wasn't that pleased with. Natalie can have them because she said they're okay for her, and put them into the black ones and label them up. And then today is actually a mum day. So where are we now? It's 10 to 10. I've got a little while before I need to leave. This is coming together. It's not how I want it because all of the shelves are knackered. So when they replaced my hot water tank with a boiler, they ripped the airing cupboard apart and didn't bother putting it back together again. So what I actually want is proper shelves up here instead of this wicker thing that I fixed in there. Proper shelves that are the right depth for my sheet storage to all look like that when they're on the shelves. All the right way up with the labels facing the right way instead of how they currently are. And that's what I will work towards next. That's my next project, I think. When I say my next project, I think about it for a long time. I think about it, I worry about how I'm going to pay for it. I wonder how to do it the cheapest way possible. I work out what I think we'll do, and then I tell Anthony, he tells me all my plans are wrong and tells me I should do it a different way. We fall out about it, and then it doesn't get done for a long time. So that's pretty much the timeline for what happens next with the airing cupboard. I'm at my mother's, and the newsletter came. I think it comes out quarterly, the newsletter from the Donkey Sanctuary for the donkey that we sponsor for Mum. So she's just sitting here reading through it. And in the back of the newsletter, there's a section of things that you can buy from like their online gift shop to support the Donkey Sanctuary. So this is what she just said to me. Right, so tell me again, Mum.
It says it's a recycled bottle scarf. Now I'm trying to fathom whether it's made out of bottles or whether when you're not wearing it, you put it in the bottle.
Okay, I really hope it's not a scarf that you keep in a bottle, because if it is, that's the absolute most bonkers thing I've ever heard of. Let's have a look. Where are we?
It's round her neck and then it's in this container.
I think it's made from plastic bottles. I don't think it's a scarf you keep in a bottle. Okay. Let me see if I can read the small print. Hang on. Right, so the tiny bit of small print, which the camera won't focus on it, but the print on the actual pot says that it's made from recycled PET plastics, which is what plastic bottles are made of. Yeah. So it's made out of plastic bottles. But when Mum said to me, you keep it in the bottle when you're not wearing it, I was like, has the world gone bonkers? I have to say, as much as we like supporting the donkeys, I think $19.95 for an apron and $27.95 for a scarf is a little bit
somewhat steep.
Steep, yeah, a little bit steep. Because I can't remember how much it costs to support the donkey for the year, but possibly not as much as it costs to wear a scarf.
Pound a week, I think we're paying for the donkey.
Yeah, I can't remember. There's some very nice jewellery on the back. That's quite pretty. I bet that's expensive. See page 15 for full details. Here we go, page 15. Bookmark $12.95, pendant $9.95. See, the jewellery's a lot more reasonable than the apron and the flipping bottle scarf. Cufflinks for 16 quid. Pin badge for $5.95. A teal medium purse, not even a large purse, is $19.95. I think the thing is that when I'm looking at the top of the page, these appear to be like, you know, like local designers or whatever. So I suppose that has increased the... Yeah, because they're artisan, you know. Artisan is a difficult one, isn't it? Because partly, I think people trot out the word artisan quite often and it translates directly into costs more. But on the other side of the coin, when you look at what the effort small businesses put into making things and how long it takes people to do it, a lady put on it took her, one of the cakes she did, it took her something like 4 days to make all the decorations and all the rest of it. And she said, if I paid myself a minimum wage for all the hours I took on this cake, it would still be more money than people want to pay for a cake. And I get that. I kind of get how that works. People who make things sell them for a lot less than they have actually cost in hours and components. You know? If Mum makes a crochet blanket, if she was to buy all new wool to make it, she could spend probably 100 to 150 quid on wool to make a blanket if she was to buy it all new. And then you can't sell the blanket for 150 quid because people go, it's just a blanket, why would I pay that much? So I kind of get how the artisan thing works. But if they're getting to the point where they're in the Donkey Sanctuary newsletter, then at that point they're mass produced. Because they wouldn't be able to put them in a newsletter and sell them if they didn't have mass production in line for them. They wouldn't have enough stock. So if they're mass produced, then I think we've lost the artisanal element and we're just trading on the designer's name at that point. Let me know what you think in the comments, because this is a whole dodgy grey area to go trekking into, because people will have opinions. People will have so many opinions, and you're entitled to your opinions, and I'm not, you know, I get that if you make things yourself, it takes time and it takes money. But when you get to the point where the things are no longer being made by yourself and they are mass produced, can we still justify the price tag that we put on them when they were handmade? Discuss. I hate it when people say discuss. Don't discuss if you don't want to. Mum and I are taking a trip down memory lane. So when my dad was alive, and he's been gone nearly 6 years, it'll be 6 years in October, we used to come every Thursday without fail.
Yeah.
Relentlessly, whether we liked it or not, to Oakham Treasures.
You will enjoy yourself.
To the cafe for lunch, because my dad was a man of habit, and if he decided he liked something, that was what you did, and you did it on the same day at the same time, or woe betide you all. So I think, as a little bit of a reaction to that, we stopped coming when my dad was no longer around.
Yes, I think so. And we had a dog.
And we had a dog, and yeah, they don't like dogs to come here. We haven't got Molly with me today, so we've come today. A little bit of a wander down memory lane. We're going to go to Oakham Treasures. I know that if you guys are OG wafflettes, then you have seen Oakham Treasures on the waffle from years ago. But like I said, we've not been. Something in this eye still. We've not been for years, so it'd be interesting to see if any of the ladies in the cafe are still the same. It's exactly the same in here as it always was. Several members of the staff are the same, and they remembered us, so that was nice. Mum said it was nice to be remembered. They remembered. You even remembered your food order, didn't they? Yeah. They even remembered what she has to eat, which is lovely. A couple of the ladies have retired. A couple of the older members of staff that were here have retired since we stopped coming. But yeah, four familiar faces when we walked in the door. And the place looks exactly the same inside as it always has.
Absolutely.
Will the sausages be the same? Dun dun dun. Well, here's something interesting. I took an naproxen for my knee pain about 20 minutes ago. And now I have an all over, extremely itchy rash appearing. Really, really like furiously itchy, like I could take off my own skin.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I've used naproxen in the past. As far as I know, I've never been allergic to it before. I've taken an antihistamine. But yeah, so this is something new and not fun. So I went to the pharmacy, drove to the nearest pharmacy because I was itching like I wanted to unzip my skin. I don't know if you can make it out on there. Can you see it? It's horrendous, and it's my trunk and my legs, everything, every inch of me. There's not a spot of me that isn't itching right now.
Little pimples.
I'm coming out in hives. So I went to the pharmacy, described to him. He thinks it's more likely to be something I ate than the naproxen, but I had a tuna jacket potato with salad. I mean, I've had that a million times in my life.
I wondered if the tuna was just, I don't know.
I mean, I know people have seafood allergies, but I've had tuna a million times. I don't know. Either way, I'm still itching like fury, but I've now taken Piriton, and hopefully I should probably not scratch, but it's impossible. I don't know if you can see it better like that. That's just my arms, my chest, my trunk, my back is itching like fury.
I think it's gone down though.
I think it's gone down a bit. It was white lumps until I took the Piriton. I took the Piriton probably 15 minutes ago, and I think it's gone down a bit already. He said I can take one every 4 to 6 hours, so.
Did you note what time it was?
It was about 15 minutes ago, and it's 3:30 now.
We'd say 3 o'clock.
It's about 3:15. Yeah. It's going down. My rash is going down.
Just walked in.
Got an ice lorry to make me feel better. Warning, completely unrequested and gratuitous footage of a leg coming up. Some more rash here, look. I am very rashy. The outsides of the leg's not too bad. That's very rashy. Apparently my back is very blotchy, Mum said. But it has gone down. It has gone down a lot. Arms are nearly army again, as opposed to what they were doing earlier. Face is no longer red as it was. Neck is going back to normal.
You're almost ordinary.
Oh, I'm almost ordinary, thanks Mum, almost. Slightly not ordinary. So the news is you can still buy calamine lotion. It still goes on pink and comes out white, and you still look like a 5-year-old with chicken pox once you've got it on. Hello, I know the viewpoint's a bit weird. You're on the car holder, but you're the other way round because I also needed you to be plugged in to charge, and you wouldn't reach the charger. So you've got an awful lot of view of the outside of the world. Just leaving Mum's to head home. Whatever that was has gone down completely. I'm smothering calamine unless I look like a child with chicken pox. That was odd. I don't know what I reacted to. The pharmacist said, and I may be repeating myself because I don't know what I said earlier on now. The pharmacist said it was far more likely to be something I'd eaten than the naproxen. So I don't know if I already told you what I did. I was fine. So we sat down in the cafe. My knee was bad. After I'd ordered the food, I thought, well, I'll take naproxen. I have naproxen on prescription. It wasn't just a random one that I happened to have about my person. It is prescribed for me for my knees, and I take it very, very rarely because I don't really like to take anything very much apart from paracetamol. I tend to take paracetamol and ibuprofen for headaches and stuff like that, and the ibuprofen is usually enough to deal with the knee, so I don't tend to take the naproxen unless I'm in a lot of pain, and my knee was really, really bad, so I thought I'll take a naproxen. So I had the naproxen, I had a Diet Coke, I had a jacket potato with tuna, mayonnaise, and then I had a side garnish which was lettuce, a slice of tomato, a slice of cucumber, and some grated carrot and some red onion. And I had some additional Heinz mayonnaise on that, and nothing there is anything that I have not had in the past. Every single thing I had today I've had multiple times in my life, which means if I have developed an allergy to one of those things, it's happened very suddenly. It came on quite quickly. I stood up to order Mum some dessert. Mum wanted apple pie and cream for a dessert, and while I was standing in the queue to wait to pay for that, I thought my palms are itching really badly. I joked to myself, you know, left to leave, right to receive. If both hands are itching, what does that mean? Am I going to win the lottery and go bankrupt overnight? And then I thought, no, it's not just my palms, everything is itching. The bottoms of my feet were itching, my legs were itching, my bum, everything, every inch of me was itching. I went to the loo, washed my hands under cold water, ran cold water up my arms to try and cool that. It didn't help. And by the time I got back in the car, as you saw, we were coming up in hives. I have no idea. No idea. I do have a couple of other small allergies. So I have something which blew my mind when it was diagnosed, which is aquatic urticaria. And what that means is allergy to water. Now, bearing in mind that the human body is 90% water or something ridiculous like that, allergy to water is not what you would expect to have. But this I discovered in my early 20s, that if I got caught in the rain, I would get a hive rash all along my chest and on the inside of my arms. And if I was in the bath for a long time, I would get this hive rash. Since I switched to taking showers, I don't experience it as much, and I think it's because I'm not submerged in the water for as long. But I do get it on my back and shoulders, which are the bits of me that are most under the water, because I tend to stand, if I'm in the shower, I tend to stand with the back of my head facing the shower head. So I get that, but not very often. And I am allergic to the oils in dog skin oils. I'm allergic to, which might sound like a weird thing to explain when I have 4 dogs, but because it only really affects me if I cuddle Bella, because she's a short-haired dog and therefore her fur carries more of the oil to the surface. In long-haired dogs, the oil doesn't really make it to the surface of the fur so much, so I can cuddle the dogs without any issues. But if I cuddle Bella for an extended period of time, then I tend to get a hive rash on my arms, which I'm aware of, and I deal with accordingly, which is why I carry antihistamine. If I do get a bit of a rash, I take an antihistamine, and that usually does the job. But it's only cetirizine, which is a very mild antihistamine that I carry. The Piriton has obviously done the job today, so now I will carry Piriton instead of cetirizine, and that will hopefully help to ward off anything further. But I don't know. It could be the tomatoes. Tammy is allergic to tomatoes, and she gets a hive rash. I'm not saying that. I'm not, you know, I realise you don't catch allergies, but what I'm saying is the reaction that Tammy has to tomatoes is very similar to the reaction I had today to whatever. But I googled all the symptoms for an allergy to all the things I consumed. I googled naproxen allergy symptoms, tomato allergy symptoms, cucumber, all of them, and they're all the same. Oh, you might get a rash. Thanks Google, you've been great. So I'm no wiser. I am no wiser, but the itching is now subsided. I've got the calamine lotion in case I need it for later, and like I said, I guess the only way to know will be now to do a process of elimination on all of the things I had today and see if any of them affect me again, but I don't much fancy trying that. Could just be one of those random things, and Mum said maybe just one of those sudden, random, never to be explained circumstances. Anyway, I'm off home. Good morning on Friday. No watch. It's 10:30 already. It's 10:30. I have had a lazy lie-in. I've been awake. I've been awake since about 7. But I've been doom scrolling on my phone and don't know, did a bit of finance stuff, looked at some money and whatever, and I thought I'd better get up. And I really do think my first task for today has to be this. Are you ready? This is horrific, and I don't know how it happens, but look. You look at the state of the, there's not supposed to be anything on top of that chest of drawers apart from a box of tissues. The only thing that's supposed to be here is a box of tissues, and then at night time I put my glasses there and my drink and the remote control goes there. But you know, during the day, box of tissues. What? First job of the day, sort that. However, I have just moved it all onto the bed, so it all still actually needs putting away, so that's next. The girls were asking for jobs to do. I've got Frappe and Lexi here and they were asking for jobs to do to earn some pocket money. So one of the specifics that I asked Lexi to do was get everything out of this cupboard, which we'll do with a wipe out, I've got the bit, so that I can sort through and get rid of some of it, because it is ridiculous the amount of kitchen stuff we have that we just don't use. I should have showed you what I was keeping, but there you go, it looks much better now, and the actual whirligig done thing down the bottom now actually moves. There was so much stuff rammed in there that wouldn't even turn, but it does now turn, so you can see what's in there. One thing is, these things are too high, so when you turn it, they get caught. But they're not too high all the way round, because the cupboard's warped. Back at the vents for Darcy. I didn't drop her off. Natalie and Tammy dropped off this morning, but she's had her operation. Had her operation, apparently she's fine. Stay in my hair. Look how clean the house is in my head as a mop.
Been done today, it's quite cold, so it's blushing. When people we hear I can care for.
Okay, sweet girl, everything's fine.
I promised you we would come back. We need lots of cuddles, haven't we? Yeah, lots of cuddles today.
She's crazy because a month ago she was the least cuddly dog on the planet.
Oh, no, she's lovely now.
As a puppy, you could sit next to her.
Really?
You don't leave the room.
But you're
Never
she
known
loves,
the dog
she loves a
like
cuddle now, isn't she?
Yeah, literally only the last month or so.
Oh.
Hi, Aldous.
Well, so she's just
So Lexi apparently has an obsession with Jaffa cakes, and I just went in Foreign Foods and they had cola flavoured ones. So either she'll love them or we'll cure her obsession, one or the other. I've never tried a cola flavoured Jaffa cake, and apparently nor has Lex. Excuse my fingers.
Also never tried a Jaffa flavoured cola.
Do you want a cola flavoured Jaffa cake now? Can you excuse my fingers as well? To be fair, I've got the cleanest hands in the world because I've done nothing but touch cleaning products and clean things for the last 2 hours. What do we think?
They're not the best.
It's a shame, I've got 3 boxes, they were 3 for £1.
It's not unpleasant.
Just odd.
Not the best, but they're good.
I can't really taste cola.
I think you get it on the first bite, and then it just kind of dims.
It just tastes like Jaffa cakes. Yeah. Well, that was anticlimactic. She's okay, Moo. She's okay. Ted's all right as well. Ted's like, something's not right. Something is not
She'll be
right.
back to normal, teddy bear. She just can't play for a little while. You go sort your bed out upstairs. You stay down here with these.
I've got about 5 minutes before the sun drops over the top of the house and it gets too cold to sit here, so I thought I'd make the most of it and then get the washing in. Well, I've had a long old day and yet achieved very little, well, nothing in the way of eBay, nothing whatsoever. Well, that's not true. That's not true. I did 3 listings this morning and 3 parcels before I went downstairs and got very distracted. I have achieved various things within the home, and the girls did lots of little jobs for pocket money, so that was very useful. We've just had to take Darcy back to the vet. Having brought her home early on, we've just had to take her back. They cut her claws for us while she was under the anaesthetic, but they managed to cut the quick on one of them. Sorry, something in this eye again. They managed to cut the quick, and on the dog's claw, if you cut the quick, it bleeds and it bleeds and it bleeds. And when she came home, it bled and it bled and it bled, and in the end we had to take her back so that they've got a special pen thing that stops the bleeding, and then they bandaged it up, so now she looks like Mike Tyson with a boxing glove on. It's now 7:30. I've achieved very little in the way of eBay. But I think I'm done. I know I'm done. I've got work tomorrow. I think I've got work tomorrow, Sunday and Monday. So what I'd like to do, if I wake up early enough in the morning, is get up and knock out 10 listings before work, so that I feel like I've made a start. I used to do 10 listings a day every day, and it gradually slipped, and now I don't. But I'd like to get back to it, really. It was a very good way of keeping on top of things. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hello, you're in the car. It is Saturday evening. I've just finished work, and I realised that I did not take into the house the stuff that I bought at the car boot last week. It's all stupid bit of hair doing. I'm very much overdue for a cut. It's all still in the trolley. Look. So I've got a bag to transfer it into because I do need to take it into the house, so I'll use the trolley again tomorrow. That is highly indicative of the rate at which I'm underachieving with regards to eBay, though, isn't it? I haven't even brought the stock into the house. On a more positive note, I'm going home to a roast dinner cooked by Natalie and Lexi. Natalie and Lexi have been cooking a roast today, and I am on my way home to partake. I don't know what time it'll be ready, but Natalie just rang me to say I'm about to take the dogs out and everything's cooking, so can you come home and check on it? So that's what I'm doing next. Roast dinner cooked by someone who isn't me. Get in for the win. I'm home and changed into something a little bit cooler, and Natalie says it's about an hour till dinner. So I'm going to sit here and do some listing. Having brought in that stock that I didn't bring in at the weekend, I'm going to sit here and do some listing and at least tell myself I've done some progress report in a bit. I've done 9 listings and I've just been yelled to say my dinner's ready. Look at my dinner. I've got pork and a chicken drumstick and stuffing and veg and potatoes and Yorkies. God, I look like I've been dug up. I look like people would refuse to dig me up. I look like if somebody came across me, they'd go, oh God.
Oh, cover it. Flip the dirt back on.
That was a very enjoyable roast dinner, and apparently a lot of it was cooked by small stuff in the back seat there.
Chef Lulu.
What did you cook?
Cauliflower cheese.
From scratch. Look proper homemade.
Not from cauliflower.
Stuffing.
Roast potatoes.
With all potato prep.
Yeah. Which bits did you cook?
I did the meat. I did most of the cooking, she did most of the prepping.
Basically, MasterChef 2.0 in the back there. So I'm never cooking again. She can just come out and cook all the meals.
She would. She would. She loves it.
Cool. It's good for you. It's good for you to learn the domestic arts for when you are a wife.
Yeah.
Sorry, 1962 called. I'll be back now. Good morning on Sunday. It is 9:15. I have been to the car boot sale already. I just finished recording my car boot sale haul video. And I'm working today, so I need to go upstairs and make myself presentable for work. I managed to get ready for work in double quick time, so I'm going to utilise my time and go and change the shower curtain, as you do. Elegance is key. Ow. Elegance is not me. Right. I don't know where the other coloured ones are. We've got multiple shower curtains somewhere in this house. Don't know where. How do I lose things like that? How do you lose shower curtains? I know where they're not. They're not in the airing cupboard because I've gone through that recently. Oh, it's one of those jobs that's just above your head. And just bloody uncomfortable on the old arms. Now I've got 2 spare hooks, so this one must have less holes than the other one had. Because I haven't missed any. Oh. Now I've got to get out onto the death trap that I created. Ah! Now imagine me trying to do this when it's actually slippery and I've had a shower. How I don't die, I do not know. At some point I'll work out where the other shower curtains are and put the other one up as well. Right, now let's go to work.
Much, much, much later.
Well, officially that's work over for another week, but actually I'm working tomorrow, which is Monday, which is a new week, but it doesn't feel like the end of the week when you've got, you know what I mean? When I do Saturday, Sunday and Monday, and it, yeah. But that's another official week over, and then I work tomorrow, and then I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I work Friday, Saturday next week. So yeah, that's today done at least. Last minute decision, Chinese for dinner.
5 chicken balls and rice and any dish from the menu on the £7 menu.
Where are you looking?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, they do have some really good.
Yeah.
Good boys. Look, I'm having. Which one are you having, Nat? Oh, hang on.
This one.
I hope it doesn't fall off. You're having this one, 4 chicken balls with rice.
Yeah.
And
curry sauce.
I'm having it with rice, chips and sweet and sour sauce. Ant's having it with
Sweet and sour
chips
sauce.
and sweet and sour, or rice and sweet and sour.
Chips and sweet and sour.
And Tammy's having beef and black bean sauce or something like that. I don't know. Good bargains.
Somebody's had a nipplectomy.
Answers on a postcard, please, where there appears to be a nipple on the floor. Anyone know? Definitely looks like a nipple.
But it is a nipple, isn't it?
It is a nipple.
And it's South Mead, so it could be a nipple.
People don't tend to lose their nipples, do they?
That's not far away.
Anyone missing a nipple?
Okay. You're very beautiful.
I've just recorded the bit where I say goodnight, which you haven't seen yet, because you'll see that in a minute. And I remembered I wanted to say this, so I'm slotting this bit in before the bit where I say goodnight. And the reason I'm explaining I've done that is because I've taken my makeup off now. Anyway, it makes sense in a minute. Hang on. I remembered something I wanted to mention in the vlog, and that is a book I finished reading this week. I cannot hold it up and show you because I've left it in work for my colleague to read after me. But it is called The Women in the Castle by Jessica Shattuck, and I'll put the cover here, and I will link it below for you guys, because I have thoroughly enjoyed it, and it is not my usual reading. So it covers the story of 3 women immediately during and after the Second World War, 3 German women, and how the war affected their lives. I don't really want to go into too much detail because I don't want to do spoilers, but I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very thought-provoking. It was distressing in parts. Like I said, not my usual read at all, but very, very thought-provoking. And specifically, part of it has made me really look at how I am affected by the current media representation of people from elsewhere, people who aren't from the UK. It has made me really look at how the propaganda that is put into me affects the way I think, and it has made me reevaluate some of the opinions that I have recently found myself forming. Something that I have thought about several times over my lifetime about the Second World War and the way that we are told history. And please be aware that I tread very carefully around this subject because it's an extremely emotive subject. But what I'm trying to say is that the history as you learn it in your country is not the history as others learn it in their own country. So with every war, there is a winning side and a losing side, and the history that is taught to the future generations of how that war panned out is affected by the experiences of the people telling the history. So the version that I will have been taught is not necessarily the version that the German children will have been taught. And I've thought about this many times over the years about, about how I feel about how the Second World War and the Holocaust played out, and how others may feel about it. And this book made me really, really explore that more. But it has also very much made me look at the way, as I said, current media reports immigration in this country, and how the media shapes the way that we feel about people who don't look like us when we look in the mirror. And if you think you may find that subject interesting and thought-provoking, I will link the book below for you. It is a novel based on several true stories. And it is extremely well written. It's extremely... I think I've said thought-provoking about 6 times now. But anyway, I'll link it below for you. I thoroughly enjoyed it, although it just... Do you enjoy something if it really makes you evaluate and reassess and stuff? I suppose you do. I suppose enjoying is an odd word, but it was a extremely worthwhile book, I feel, even though it was written from a novel point of view. Anyway, I'll link it below. Well, it's 5 to 8 at night, and this waterproof mascara is only waterproof up to a point. I look like Uncle Fester. What I was about to say was, before I realised I look like this, I realised the weekend has been very light on filmable content, but that's because it's also been very light on anything of any interest whatsoever. Because, where are my wet wipes? Because I have been working. So I think that is the end of this week's waffle. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to de-Uncle Fester myself, ring me mother, crack on with editing this, and I will see you next week for a whole new waffle. I'm far too close. See you next week. Take care. Bye for now.